Whether you plan to install a fence or add shrubs to your landscape, don't risk an injury by hitting a buried power line. Always call 811 before you dig.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light south breeze. We'll see an afternoon high around 84. Tonight, clear skies with an overnight low around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with a continued south breeze and an afternoon high around 90. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place for English Premier League soccer. On Saturday, Arsenal tied Brighton 1 apiece, followed by Leicester City falling to Aston Villa 2-1. On the final game of Saturday action, Man City defeated West Ham 3-1. On Sunday, Chelsea tied Crystal Palace 1-1, and then Liverpool cruised by Man United 3-0. The top two teams in the EPL standings are Manchester City and Liverpool, both at 3-0. You can catch all these matches and more at McKinney's Irish Pub, your headquarters in Lincoln for English Premier League soccer at 8th and P.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping. Thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. As always, this is Off the Field with the host, as always, Kendall Lanier. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. If you want to put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Allo, Channel 961. If you got Allo cable, with the house cleaning out of the way, I'll throw it over to the host, Kendall.
Thank you. Welcome back to Off the Field. I'm so excited to have my first guest on the show, Kylie McGee. She's a transfer from Arizona State, and she'll be playing Nebraska softball this year. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes. How have you been? I know you've been in Lincoln since the summer. What's it been like?
It's been good. It's been such a big change for me, but I mean, I'm just healing up. I recently had surgery on my wrist, which sucks, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us what happened. How did the injury start?
Well, it was my first weekend now at ASU, and I was doing a bullpen like a couple days after, and I did a drill that did not sit right with my arm, and then it was lingering, and I don't know, it really didn't get better, and I feel like it wasn't handled properly at ASU. And so ultimately I just had to tell him it's hurting me really bad to pitch right now. There's something there's something wrong with my arm. And then yeah, so I kind of went over this stuff. So I stopped pitching over the season because it was hurting so bad. And no, they just kept telling me it was tendonitis, and then so I rehabbed it because I thought it was tendonitis over the summer. I came here and I was like ready to pitch. I told Coach Ravel I'm good, I won't need surgery.
Yeah.
And then right when I started pitching over the summer, it instantly came back. So that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, I need to get this repaired. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get more into that a little later. But I know you went to your first Husker game this weekend.
Yes.
What was that like?
So much fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So you've been with the team. I mean, what drew you to Nebraska?
I've just known the coaches for so long. Since like 7th grade, they've been watching me play and travel ball. And as soon as I entered the transfer portal, Coach Miller was the first coach to text me, and that just meant a lot to me, because I felt comfortable here, and I already had girls that I played with in travel ball who were here, so it just felt right.
Yeah. So you did 2 seasons at Arizona State.
Yes.
What kind of led? I know you mentioned some injury things. What led to that transfer?
Yeah, a lot of it was the injury, and I just did not think it was handled properly at all. And I also just think going in, I had very high expectations for myself and wanted to do some big things. And I felt like there's a part of me who felt like every part of me got changed into a different pitcher who I wasn't. And I just felt like I knew I could be better than I was there, and I just don't think I was getting pushed enough. So I think it was a lot of things, but a lot of the injury, a lot of me wanting more for myself.
Yeah. So now that you're here, I mean, the season, a couple months out, what are you most looking forward to playing with this team?
The competition. I mean, we have
Yeah.
some great pitchers. We got good transfers, and I love competition. That is what I love it. That's what pushes me to get better, So I'm very excited for that. And I mean, yeah, our pitching staff is looking really good right now.
Yeah.
So I really got to get out of this cast so I can compete.
Right. Yeah. So I know you committed in 8th grade, and that's sounds so early, but that was a big thing at the time for softball. What was that like?
It was really cool. I mean, I committed in 8th grade at Arizona State. I thought that was my home forever and ever. My older brothers played football there and baseball, so I was already really acclimated, and they had fashion, so it just seemed perfect. But it was crazy, looking back, watching videos of myself. I'm like, oh my God, I should have not been committed to any school, I mean, I was so tiny and I don't know, just not developed yet. But that's just how it was for most of the girls that, during that time until they changed the rule. So, yeah.
Wow. So did you feel like there was pressure in high school to kind of maintain that scholarship commitment, or it was kind of like a sweat off your back?
A little bit of both. I think when I was in 8th grade, there was literally no pressure. I think I was so swaggy. I was like, yeah, I'm committed. What about it?
Yeah.
I had no worries in the world. And then I feel like once high school hit, that's when you start growing up and you get through rough patches. And I think that's when the scare is I'm not signed yet. They can pull my scholarship at any time.
Yeah.
So I think I just worked through that. But honestly, seeing a college coach in the stands always made me want it so much more. I'm not really the type of person that gets nervous in that type of scenario,
Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was definitely challenging at some points.
So you played with a lot of the girls who are at Nebraska now on your club team.
Yes.
So you kind of already knew them. What was it like playing on a club team that had so many great people and just kind of being around that environment every day?
Oh, so good. Like I'm from the Corona Angels. We got 3 other girls from the Angels on the Nebraska softball team. Like, we're a big feeder team for Nebraska, and like those girls are my forever sisters. I still talk to every single one of them. Like, just being here with them at Nebraska is just a breath of fresh air because I didn't have anyone at Arizona State. At ASU is like a whole like everyone was from totally different places because we got a new coach, so she was just bringing in whoever she could find, and I made great relationships there at ASU. But being back with girls who like I've like roughed it out with, like it's just
Yeah.
refreshing because we all played for a coach who would cuss us out every single weekend, so they know
Right.
exactly what I feel.
Yeah. So do you think that'll kind of impact just the season and your playing style, knowing you have that comfortability with you?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just nice knowing people, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Community.
And those are my girls, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give them everything I got.
Oh, I love that. And Coach Ravel, she's seen you play like since you've been growing up. So
Yes.
talk about that relationship that you're gonna have with her.
Yeah, I mean, I took a visit here in 8th grade. I already had my mind set on ASU since I was born.
Mhm.
So I wasn't really even thinking about Nebraska. And then once they reached out, I remember I was on a Zoom call and I was like, that was a really good conversation. Like, it's going to be hard for any school to top that one.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, it's just refreshing knowing people. And then you know how long she's been coaching. So she knows what she's doing,
Right.
which means a lot to me.
Mhm.
So.
Wow. So, I mean, just the impact of the transfer portal and how like big that is in softball. Were you nervous to transfer or were you just like, I'm ready for a new start?
I think I was just going through it so much at ASU, like, that was a deep point of my life. I was ready to transfer, but I think I was just honestly nervous to tell people, like, my family, like, we are big Sun Devil fans.
Yeah.
So telling them that, like, I was nervous telling my dad, my mom, I was like, "Guys, I think it's time, like, this something isn't right here, like, I gotta get out of here." And then just the whole process, it's just, like, it's amazing being at a different school, but man, was there anxiety just
Yeah.
entering, you never know who's gonna go for you and going in, like, I did have a hurt wrist because I just wasn't getting help where I was.
Mhm.
So, I mean, luckily the coaches took a chance on me, which means a lot. So,
Yeah. I bet that was such a relief, like knowing the relationship you have with Nebraska coaches and they like wanted you, like they were one of the first you said.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, the first people to reach out. They even had me see a doctor here, which was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm hurt. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was a big pitcher in travel ball, and then I feel like I wasted 2 years.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, they want to see me succeed. Um, but yeah, they're just great people, great coaches too.
Yeah. And so we are going to send it to break. On the other side, we'll be back with Off the Field with Kendall Lanier and our special guest, Kylie McGee.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com. Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at couplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating
and Electrical.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights Off the Field with Kendall Lanier, and we got Kylie McGee, Nebraska softball, as well in here with us. If you guys want to join in, use the Starter Heyman text line or the streams, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Allo, channel 961. With that out of the way, I'll throw it back over to the host, Kendall.
All right. So now that we kind of have an idea of who you are on the field, want to take it off the field and kind of talk about some of your interests that you have. I know you're a fashion design major, and you're into sewing, and you've created designs for your club softball team. How did you get into that?
Well, I started when I was little. I've always been like pretty artistic. Like I'd always draw and stuff. And then one day I was like, I want to start sewing. And so I got a sewing machine. I still remember the first thing I made. And then my dad works in downtown LA. So he is familiar with the fabric district, and that's literally like blocks and blocks of just fabric stores. And so he took me down there one day, and I just like fell in love with it. And I've just been sewing and making clothes ever since.
Wow. So how were you able to combine your two interests, softball and fashion design?
I think it was always like a good mix for me, just because like I love softball and I also love to sew. And so if I ever had a bad day in softball, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go sew a dress right now or something like that. And I don't know, it just helped me balance myself out a little bit.
So was it hard to, how did you say, okay, I'm going to make a whole uniform? Like, where did that come from?
Well, I was a senior in travel ball, and I've been playing for my travel ball coach for literally the longest time ever. So it was very sad to, part ways with him. And I literally just said, first of all, I thought our uniforms were really ugly. And I was like, oh my God. So I gave him a full binder of design to say, okay, this is what we need to have for the next Corona Angels because this is not okay. And so they were able to pick one of my uniforms. And so, yeah, they got it made, and it was just like really cool. It was like, I guess I gave back a little bit.
Yeah. So do they still wear them?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool. So do you want to keep doing that? Like making uniforms eventually?
Yeah, making uniforms, but I'm also working on my own business right now. So that'll be launching soon.
Cool. Is that like athletic gear? Like, what are you thinking?
So it's pretty much loungewear for athletes, just because I know what it's like to be an athlete and going to practice, and all you want to do is just lay in bed after, And so that's after show, the clothing you after your best performance.
I love
so
that.
yeah, I'm going to start that soon.
Wow.
Be on the lookout.
Yes. Okay. So, well, how did you find the importance of having a hobby? Because I know so many athletes just get so consumed in their sport and then they don't really have a distraction. Like, what was it like for you having sewing?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really not the athlete that's like softball is definitely not 100% of my life. Like I can say that with my heart. I will give softball my everything, but I've just never been like that crazy about it. I've always had sewing right next to me that I loved equally as much. So I don't know. It's just always been a really good like escape from softball. If I'm ever going through a hard time with softball, I sew or I draw, and that really helps me.
I have so much respect for fashion designers because I used to want to be one, but I learned you have to know how to draw, and that immediately took me out of the game. So talk about the step process of making the uniform.
I literally just sketched out things that I thought were cute. I mean, it gets pretty easy. I mean, my little fashion figures that I would draw were pretty ugly in the beginning. Like they're all over my garage and my home, and you can totally see like the evolution of it. And now they're much better on my drawings. But yeah, I just start with I literally just think of something and I'm like, okay. And then I just draw it and then it just happens.
Wow.
And I actually made this outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So
it's like what I do.
That is so cool. So this is like what you want to do after you graduate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I need my next outfit. I know who to
Oh,
come to.
got you. Got
Wow.
you.
So, I mean, going off of that, just like personal branding in sports, like especially with NIL and just so many different things out there, how have you kind of developed who you are as a person outside of the sport?
Yeah, so I feel like with NIL, I think last year I just noticed, like, I was doing NILs for companies, and I'm like, "Do I even like these companies? Like, what's
Mm.
going on?" But, like, I'm getting a check from it, so, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna influence the heck out of it.
Right.
But then I was just thinking, like, "Why am I supporting these companies who, like, don't have people that look like me, first of all," you know?
Mhm.
And I was just like, "Okay, I need to be supporting these companies like I mean, I need to support myself like I support these companies." So
Yeah.
that's just, like, when I came up with my company motto, I'm like, "Okay, I can start my own clothing company for athletes who just want to feel comfortable, because literally
Mhm.
that's all I wanna do is feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
There's not been, like, a time where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to practice right now." I'm always thinking like, "Man, I'm running these sprints, I can't wait to get in bed." And I was like,
Mhm.
if there's a way that I can make clothing for athletes who might think like that, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it'd be a pretty cool thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. So After Show is what you came up with. That's the name of the brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I
That's
literally came up with the idea in, like, one of my classrooms, like, one
Mhm.
day, and I was like, "I have to do this," like,
Yeah.
and so I just stuck with it ever since, but I'm stuck in this cast right now, but it will be
Soon.
coming soon, it
Yeah.
will be coming soon,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. So with NIL, that's kind of been a thing since you started college,
Mhm.
pretty much. Has there been like any do you see like a really big benefit of it, or is there any kind of pressure like, hey, gotta get these deals and kind of, advance that way?
I feel like there's a huge benefit
Mhm.
for it. I mean, if you do it right, like, I'm very tight with my money, so
Mhm.
any NIL I'm pretty much saving, because fashion is not very cheap. I'm either gonna be in LA or New York, and
Yeah.
that rent is expensive. So, but there's also, like, there is a big downside of it, because you see how college sports are changing now, and it's much more cutthroat. Even if it was in the beginning, like, now you are, like, a number.
Mhm.
You know? So, if you're worth a lot and you're not producing, like, you're gone, and
Right.
that's what I've seen a lot with college sports recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true. That kinda leads me to, my next thing, and just about how, like, women's sports has been growing so much this past year, and, like,
Yes.
even more eyes on softball with the, Women's College World Series. Those,
Mhm.
like, always go viral on social media and everything like that. How have you kinda seen softball grow since you've been in college, and how are you looking to see it grow even more?
It's grown a lot. I
Mhm.
mean, softball, women's basketball is popping right now, and I feel like with if we're just looking at women's basketball, they are getting so much attention that they really weren't getting before, and the
Yeah.
same thing can happen to softball so easily. So, I think that this year is just, like, a big year for softball and a big year for Nebraska in general. Like,
Yeah.
our team is looking really good, so I'm really excited for this.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
excited. So, yeah, it's so crazy how things just happen overnight. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's just like it takes like one player like Angel Reese to do something
Mhm.
big and Caitlin Clark, and then
Yeah.
like, so you never know when like the next evolution is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything that's happened with women's basketball just shows you like there's room for, all these sports to have attention. So
Yes.
I'm hoping that like softball's big, but it can definitely be a lot bigger.
Bigger, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I'm trying to get on that level. They're at runways in
Yes.
Paris, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are living the life." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I need that.
Right. So how much kind of responsibility do you feel like as a woman in sports, there's so many people looking up to you guys at Nebraska and then just all over the world, to kind of carry it in a good way?
Yeah, I just feel like women I mean, I feel like we have it hard sometimes just because we don't get the recognition that these guys are getting,
Yeah.
which is like I mean, it's just the way of life now, but,
Mhm.
um, there's always little girls looking up to you, and, I always looked up to pitchers growing up, so I think, like, coming here, it's kinda cool because all eyes are on you as an athlete, which I wasn't used to, so I
Mhm.
think, like, just being a good role model for these young girls because by the time they play, this game is gonna be way bigger than it is now, so that's just
Yeah.
really exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel like to be a pitcher, like you gotta have like a just like a fire in your eyes, like,
Yeah.
how do you kinda step into your zone when you get out there?
Ooh, I gotta listen to my music before the game, have
Mhm.
to, I gotta blast it, yeah, I
What's your
just
go-to?
Oh gosh. I can't even
Too
say
many.
it. I
Okay.
can't even say it. It's not very clean music. But
Okay.
it gets me going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listen to the same songs every single game.
Mhm.
And then like if I'm just put into like a really bad situation, like that's my favorite. Like I love when bases are loaded. Like I
Yeah.
love that. I love coming into close or just putting the runner on, walking her, and then striking the next one out. Sometimes I do that. Not sure why,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
always fun. Yeah.
So how do you think like those examples and just being in the game of softball has translated to who you are like as a person?
I think I just love to compete. Like in softball, in fashion, if I see another girl making other clothes, I'm like, who is she? Like I get genuinely so mad when I see that.
Mhm.
Like I think yeah, I'm just as competitive in fashion as I am in softball. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because fashion is very competitive too. Like
Yes, it is.
so many people want to have a clothing line and da da da, but like I feel like what makes people's clothing line stand apart is like when they have a good meaning behind it. Like
Yes.
you live the athlete experience and you want to cater towards them,
Yeah,
Like
I
there's so
agree.
many athletes or brands that are just like, "Oh, I want to cater to this market because it'll make me money and
Yeah,
stuff."
I
Yeah.
agree. And that is not what I'm trying. If anything, I might be losing money from this brand. So don't think I'm just trying to steal your money.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Yeah.
doing this because I genuinely love to see people wearing my clothes.
Mhm.
Like it's just so fulfilling.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of like an act of service in a way. Like, do you
Yeah.
see it that way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
so. Yeah.
Wow.
Like if my teammates are able to model for me, like that's everything I need,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, wow. So you grew up in California. That's where you're
Yes.
from. Has that influenced your kind of fashion love at all?
I think it has. I mean, there's such a big fashion scene in California. I mean, I'm not the most stylish, but for some reason I'm really creative and I can think of things and I can make them.
Mhm.
So I still need to work on my style. I understand that, but but yeah,
Mhm.
I really want to move back to California, live in
Mhm.
Beverly Hills when I'm rich.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
excited.
lived in California for 2 years when I was growing up, and, like, me and my sister always joke if we stayed there and didn't move to Kansas City, we would just, like, be different people. Like, we'd
Yeah,
go to the beach all
maybe.
the time,
Oh yeah.
like, we'd just be more, like, I don't know, trendy,
No,
chill.
yeah. I love it. I love California, but this is a good change too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. What's it like being so far from home?
It was hard. It was very hard for me to be so far away from home, but I think I just had to remind myself, like, I'm just a flight away, you know? And I'm, like, pretty locked in now, so even academically, oh my goodness, we got some smart girls on our team. I had to
Yeah.
step my game up. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good change.
Mhm. Wow. So you've kinda learned Lincoln for the most part. You feel
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
Mhm.
much so.
I know we were talking about the heat because
Mhm.
even though it's hot in Arizona, it's a different type of heat here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very. I am not used to the humidity at all. My hair looks like I just got
Mhm.
electrocuted. I'm
Yeah.
not used to that. It's
Mhm.
very dry in Arizona, and even in California, it's not very humid.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Because 'Cause you're
yeah.
from Southern California, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I got that ocean breeze.
Yes. Yeah. So did you grow up, like, going to the beach a lot and stuff?
Honestly, no, I
Mhm.
really didn't. No, I think I just started going to the beach after I went to Arizona, and then I was like, "Oh, this is nice."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how did California and Arizona compare? Were they pretty similar?
Pretty similar. Arizona's just, like, 10 times hotter. Like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, so hot, but I
I
feel
can't
like
imagine.
Phoenix is just a little California. I don't know. It
Yeah.
wasn't very different to me.
Mhm. So I'm sure you've heard all about, like, Nebraska winters and all that. I
Mhm.
remember going to a game in, like, March, a softball game, and it was so cold. I'm like, "It's March, I don't get it." But,
Yeah.
like, how are you preparing for that?
I don't know if I can prepare
Yeah.
for it. I am
Mhm.
such a baby when it comes to the cold too. Maybe, I don't know. I might have to, like, design some anti-cold
Yes.
sleeves. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not ready for it.
I know. I'm like, I don't think any amount of layers can prepare me for what's
Yeah.
coming.
No.
But we'll send it to break. We'll have more with Kylie, on after the break.
Time to work on outdoor projects. Whether you plan to install a fence or add shrubs to your landscape, don't risk an injury by hitting a buried power line. Always call 811 before you dig.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light south breeze. See an afternoon high around 84. Tonight, clear skies with an overnight low around 59. And tomorrow, more sunshine with a continued south breeze and an afternoon high around 90. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place for English Premier League soccer. On Saturday, Arsenal tied Brighton 1 apiece, followed by Leicester City falling to Aston Villa 2-1. On the final game of Saturday action, Man City defeated West Ham 3-1. On Sunday, Chelsea tied Crystal Palace 1-1, and then Liverpool cruised by Man United 3-0. The top two teams in the EPL standings are Manchester City and Liverpool, both at 3-0. You can catch all these matches and more at the McKinney's Irish Pub, your headquarters in Lincoln for English Premier League soccer at 8th and P.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping. Thrift camping is saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com. Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, final segment of Off the Field with Kendall Lanier. If you guys want to continue to join in, you can use the stream, Starter Heyman text line. We only got one more segment left. So with that being said, I'll throw it right over to the host, Kendall.
Yes, it's been so fun getting to know you. And you're here in Lincoln. You're getting settled. What's something Husker Nation should know about you?
They should know that I am the baby girl out of 6 older brothers, and I might be the most unathletic out of all of them. Yeah, my oldest brother played football at ASU, and the second one, he played football and baseball at ASU, and then he got drafted in the MLB and the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
he can do everything.
Yeah.
And then my brother, who's a year and a half older than me, is now playing for the Braves. So
wow.
Yeah.
What does
And
your
I'm just the
parents'
pitcher.
background look
Uh-huh.
like? What does your parents' background look like with that many athletes?
My mom didn't play any sports, I don't think.
Hmm.
And then my dad, I think he just played in high school. I
Oh
think
my
they
God.
I think they just taught us how to work hard. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely not athletic. I can pitch though.
Yeah. So what was it like growing up with a house full of athletes? Like,
It was good. It was always something to look forward to
Mhm.
and look up to. And they just teach you how to work hard. So I
Mhm.
think that was a very valuable lesson that I
Yeah.
learned because would not be here if I didn't work hard.
Right.
Yeah.
So was it always softball for you, or did you ever have any other interests?
Always softball. I tried different sports and I literally hated every single one of them until softball. And I remember like my first practice and I walked away from the practice. I'm like, that was really fun. Like I loved it. And then
Yeah.
ever since I just played.
Hmm. Wow. So were you and your brothers like always like, fighting, like wrestling?
Not
Like what was
fighting.
that vibe?
No, not really. It's
Yeah.
just like they were a little mean to me. I
Yeah.
think they were always really good brothers. Like they still
Mhm.
are. But I think when I was younger, I would think like little things that they would say were way meaner than they were. But now I'm close with all of them. So yeah.
Mhm. Wow. So when you're not sewing and not playing softball, what else do you like to do, like here in Lincoln or anywhere?
Ooh, I'm a big Office fan. I love to watch The Office.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I love
Classic.
hanging out with my teammates. That's
Mhm.
always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, or getting coffee, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Sewing takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
softball, so.
So you were just telling me you have like multiple sewing machines,
Oh, yeah.
which is really crazy to me.
Yes. No, it's literally a sweatshop in my
Mhm.
basement.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I am crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So like why multiple? Like there's different types or different things.
Different types of stitches that
Okay.
you need. So I have a serger, I have a home sewing machine, and then I
Mhm.
have a single needle, like industrial machine.
Okay.
So, and then, yeah, but I literally want way more machines. I just keep getting Instagram videos of how they make clothes so efficiently, and I'm like, I need that. And I don't
Yeah.
because they're so expensive, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did it take you to make your outfit?
Not long at all. I've worked on it so long that I kind of have it to a T. And
Mhm.
I'd say like the tank probably took me like 20 minutes, and the pants maybe like 30. So,
Okay, that's a
yeah.
quick one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like a uniform might take hours.
Well, I don't think I would actually sew the uniform. I would
Okay,
send
the
in the
design.
design.
I got you.
Yes. Yeah, just because I've never sewn a uniform before.
Yeah.
I could
It's
try it.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the process? Like the design or like sewing?
I think seeing it all come together, that
Mhm.
is the coolest thing ever. Like, you
Yeah.
see a vision in your head, and then you're able to actually make it and seeing it on the body. But it's a lot of trial and effort, or trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mess up a lot. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
but then once you get it, and then you keep
Right.
rolling with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So fashion design is more of like a individual thing, unless you're like sending it to get sewn.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do that with my company. I'm making it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in total control,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
So how is that different? Like where softball is a team sport and stuff like that.
Mhm.
What do you like about being in a very team driven sport?
I like it because I just think it's so cool how you have girls from everywhere on your team, and everyone has different backgrounds, everyone has different skill levels, and then you all come together, and then when you win, it's just like it's such a good feeling.
Mhm.
I really like that because if I'm sewing something and I screw up a seam, it's like, oh man, I suck. But like,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of leeway with the team sport.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what would you say what is the role you play like in the team? Are you very much like the leader or the supportive cheerleader?
It's a hard one. I mean, I just got here, but I definitely say when I play, I'm more of a leader, but I also think I'm silly, like I'm a goofball. Like I'm
Mhm.
able to like calm down the situation when it gets too heated.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see once I start pitching what I'm
Yeah.
feeling.
So is there a trash talking element of softball or not really?
There's really not. It's more like
Yeah.
dugouts, and we kind of like, we talk our stuff.
Right.
But when I'm feeling a little cocky, I don't know, something might come out. But,
Yeah.
time
Mhm.
will tell.
Right, yeah.
Can't wait to get to that moment.
Exactly. Do you think that's the, growing up with brothers in you that kinda, like, give you that edge a little bit?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I think they just made me tough,
Yeah.
so I'm like, this girl ain't nothing like I
Mhm.
got 6 older brothers, I'm good."
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of new things this year, new school, new conference. What are
Mhm.
you most looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to traveling. I've
Mhm.
always liked to I mean, I didn't know I liked to travel until I went to college, and we were going to other schools, seeing their
Mm.
traditions, like how their crowd interacts with the team. That's really cool to me. So I'm excited to I think the farthest one we go to is Rutgers, I
Okay, yeah.
think. So that'll be fun. But yeah,
Wow, yeah.
I'm
So
excited for that.
what is the hardest part about, like, kinda maintaining your health throughout a long and demanding season like that?
Yeah. I'd say eating right is probably the biggest thing you could do just
Mm.
to stay healthy. I started doing that my freshman year. I was just getting stupid injuries like all the time, and then I just started eating right, and I was like, oh, this helps a lot.
Mm.
If you put bad stuff in your body, you're not gonna have a good outcome. So
Yeah.
yeah, that really helps.
Mhm. Do you cook ever or not really?
Well, I don't need to cook here. Oh my
That's true.
gosh, we eat so good, like,
You guys are
literally
spoiled.
oh my
Mhm.
gosh, like no other. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've never seen anything like that. I literally had a whole steak for dinner tonight. Like,
Okay.
Nebraska has it going on, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They
Yeah,
treat their
like
athletes good here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I know you said you're into coffee. What is your go-to order?
So I'm not gonna lie, I do drink decaf because I can't handle the caffeine.
Oh my
But I
gosh.
really like the taste of it,
Yeah.
and the more that it doesn't taste like coffee, the more that I like it.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I think I'm really just going for the vibes.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like white chocolate, I'm into it,
Okay.
caramel, stuff
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over here like this isn't strong enough. Like I'm
Oh,
still
really?
tired.
Oh, no.
But I think I just need to up it. Like I'm
Maybe.
scared to do like a triple
Oh
espresso. So like am I
gosh.
going to be like going crazy?
Buzzing?
You
Yeah,
know, I
yeah.
need like a coffee insider to
Yeah, I
tell me.
can't. I can't do the caffeine. I'll be buzzing
Yeah.
off the walls.
Right. Yeah. Like keep it light.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So you've been in Lincoln for a couple months now.
Yes.
Any favorite places you've been? Favorite restaurants, anything, or any place you want to try?
Ooh, I don't know. They said there's a good pizza place called Yaya's, and maybe I'll try
Yes. I
that.
haven't been there,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But
I've
I
heard
don't
good things.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm telling you, food in the cafeteria is so good. I
Right,
never
you're
need
like,
to
"You're
buy food
chilling."
again. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. No, me and Harrison, we were talking about Momo's Pizza last week. So that's a staple.
Okay.
But you probably don't need to go because you probably have something like it
I mean,
at
I can
Nebraska.
try it.
But yeah, no, that's a staple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what has it been like bonding with? I mean, you know 4 girls from
Mhm.
club,
Yeah.
but meeting the other girls.
They've just been so open armed, and I really appreciate that because like transferring is scary.
Yeah.
You don't like. I had so many friends back at ASU. Now I come here, I'm like, oh, I don't know who to talk to, but they've all just been really cool and open, and we've just been hanging out so much just because like it's kind of a small town, so we all live together.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's been really cool. I've just been able to get to know a lot of other girls who maybe I wouldn't have gotten to know before.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm so inspired by athletes, like, they seem like they just always fit in everywhere, but it's like, that takes,
Takes time.
work, and
Yeah.
there's such a. So how has that been, like, people say, like, do it scared, like, transferring was probably, kinda a little bit, something new for you, but, like, now that you've gotten over that hump and you are now here and acclimated, how do you think this will, like, translate into the rest of your life?
I think it's really good for me. I mean, I think it was really hard just because I felt so far from home, but, like, that's life. Like, if I had to
Mhm.
go to Paris for fashion, I'm gonna be very far from home.
Yeah.
So, I think it's good that I did this and I pushed myself to get away because even at ASU, I was only a 5-hour drive, and my parents were out there all the time.
Yeah.
So, it was definitely a challenge just to come here and being far from home, but it's gonna pay off,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd wanna go to, like, Paris Fashion Week and, like,
Oh,
do
yeah.
all that?
Once I'm done with softball,
Wow.
I'm dropping them cleats, and I am in it. I wanna be a boss. I'm gonna
Oh
have
my
a
god.
person getting my coffee. Like, I
Yeah.
am serious about it. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, 'cause I know New York Fashion Week is, like, this week next week.
Yes.
Couple weeks,
Yeah.
something. But yeah, so you don't mind, like, moving to the East Coast, but you do still wanna stay in California, right?
Yeah. My
Okay.
dream is to live in Beverly Hills in the
Okay.
flats. That is my
Mhm.
dream.
Yeah.
But, I know I'll probably be roughing it for the first, like, 10 years in LA 'cause it's so expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that's my dream is to stay in California. All my
Mhm.
brothers are there, and well, not really, but a lot of my family is there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you never really considered, like, pro softball? It was more of, like, a
Um
college thing for you?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Mhm.
It's just not really for me, but
Yeah.
my sister-in-law is playing in Japan, and she's been playing for I don't even
Wow.
know how many years out of college now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's possible. Girls do it, but,
Mhm.
I wanna get into my career, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I know chants in softball is a huge thing, like, while you are, like, pitching and stuff. Was there one that people have done, like, in your club team or at ASU that was, like, a big one, like, off of your name?
Ooh, like disrespecting me
No, like,
chance-wise, or
like, your team, like, in the dugout, like,
Mm.
cheering.
I'm not gonna lie, I have one that's really good. Whenever there's a home run hit, I say I scream it though,
Uh-huh.
and I just say, "She hang it, we bang it. She hung it, we swung it." But, it's a little bit more
I love
hype than
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta see it in action.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've been to a couple softball games in Nebraska. We have a couple minutes left. What are you most looking forward to about being in the environment in Lincoln come February?
I'm just looking forward to competing.
Mhm.
I feel like I haven't done it in so long just because I've been hurt, and so, I'm ready to get my swagger back.
Yeah.
And start striking some girls out,
Well, I'm so excited to see you play. So excited to have you in Lincoln. I hope you all have learned more about Kylie McGee. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you all for tuning in to Off the Field. Next week, we will have Nebraska football's Jamal Binks. So be on the lookout for him. And that's all tonight from Off the Field with Kendall Lanier.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's. 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at FXB Lincoln.